How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we finally got today's Lost Sector video up, and that is Hydroponics Delta, and this is the new one over on Neonuma. Not an easy one, quite difficult, and it's a pain in the backside. So champions are barrier and unstoppable, threat is void, we don't have any shields, and in terms of modifiers and stuff, we've got void threat, 25% increase to incoming void damage. Then we've got overcharged weapons as usual, and our surges are void and strand, and overcharged weapon is rocket launcher. In terms of build, we are going to be using our strand build with shackle grenades, so we get that suspend, and we got off threaded spike melee, and our two aspects, widow silks, you have an additional grenade charge, and your grapple creates a grapple tangle at the grapple point, which we're not using grapple anyway. And then we've got ensnaring slam, so activate your air move. So for whatever reason, if we run out of our two shackle grenades, we can just jump up in the air. For me, press X, and I will jump down, and that will use my melee ability, and it will suspend the targets. In terms of fragments, we got thread of continuity, so my suspend is going to have increased duration. Then we've got threaded generation, so dealing damage generates grenade energy. Then we've got thread of isolation, landing rapid precision hits emits a severing burst from the target. And then thread of propagation, powered melee final blows grant your strand weapons unraveling rounds. In terms of weapons, I'm going with Osteo today. I'm actually not bringing anything in to deal with barriers, because this is going to be key, because there's a lot of ads in this, and sometimes you'll probably think the game is glitching out because there is so many, as you're about to see. Then we're going with Doom of Chelchis, the King's Full Scout Rifle. This is going to be really good in terms of dealing with the unstoppable and its void, and I've got Firefly and Frenzy, and as always Retrofit Escapade, lovely machine gun and its void. Assassin's Cowl, going to definitely be getting lots of use out of this one today. As soon as I see that little white dot come above their heads, I'm going to be finishing them, and I'm going to be going invisible just to help me recoup a little bit. In terms of mods, on the helmet, we got Kinetic Siphon and Void Siphon with Heavy Ammo Finder, because I'm using a Void Heavy. Then I've got a Discipline Forge, just up my Discipline to 100. Then I've got Focusing Strike, so grants class ability energy when you cause damage with a melee attack. Then I've got Font of Focus, you gain a bonus to Discipline while you have an armor charge. And then we've got Impact Induction, causing damage with a melee attack reduces your grenade cooldown. Then I've got Void Resistance and Double Solar. And I've got Double Kinetic Weapon Surge, pure and simply because I want Osteo just to be doing that little bit more damage. And Recuperation, replenishes health each time you pick up an Orb of Power. A really good mod here. Then Bomber reduces my grenade cooldown when using my class ability. I've got two of them. And then I've got your Decaying Armor Charge as a longer duration. And that is it. So let's get cracking. So you're going to stay in this room straight away and just kill these enemies here. And then when you poke your head around, you are going to get enemies coming up there. So I was ready for them. Hopefully he took that other enemy down with him up there. I can see one just poking his head over here. If you see him poking your head up there, that's fine. Just shoot away. Get ready here. There's going to be some enemies right around here. But we're just going to keep tucking in here to run away from any grenades that are thrown at us. And you're going to get scions above you as well. So if you can, just use this right here. It will help you. Just keeping you separated from the line of sight from enemies and stuff. And whatever enemies you can take down now, I do advise taking them down before you move up the stairs a little bit, because we are eventually going to have to move down. So what I will do is now, just come in here. And then what that'll do is jump in here. It'll make the enemies actually jump down and come towards you, which is what you want. So you're not wasting too much time in this room, because remember, we are on a 15-minute timer really, because we don't want to get to last stand where we've got no more revives. We're just going to push forward. There we go. Get them to come down. Let barrier fire his little tracking rockets. We'll just tuck behind here, keep ourselves safe. And we're just going to keep firing at him. Get the other enemies to come down. That's all we're doing. We're just baiting enemies at this point. So we've probably got... I'm not too worried about his shields going up right now. So what we're going to do is just keep tapping away. He's going to try and go again, but we got our grenade back, so that's fine. We're going to get our grenade back again. Just going to keep tapping away with the osteo or your primary, but I do recommend the osteo here. Don't waste any heavy ammo. There's no point. Going to finish him. That's going to come through. Bang. Get them in. This is all about using your shackle grenades, guys. Now, I know this isn't my typical Lost Sector video where I'll put my power level down a little bit and try and use a basic little setup, but I just don't think this is feasible in this Lost Sector. I do think Bungie need to tone the Neo-Nooba ones down especially. I mean, we all know that they've got pretty hard at this point, but I think getting a flawless completion on this, I think that triumph's probably more better than doing a solo GM at this point, because this Lost Sector is insane. It's the amount of enemies. The boss fight's alright, but it's just the rooms. It's just so saturated. But anyway, we keep plugging away, as we do. This would be a good one for you guys to see what you kind of need to get to, like level-wise, in terms of gear and stuff. Not playing level, because I'm no special player. Now, these little war beasts, they'll nip away at your ankles. And trust me, they will get you down, so you need to be really wary of them. Luckily, there's not too many of them in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our kinetic damage because we've got it ×2. And we're just going to take away this guy's health, old Mr. Machete Man, and then we're going to get a finisher on him and just get ourselves in Viz. Oh, no, we're not in Viz. Oh, he must have gone down before. Anyway, take this Scion down straight away. You know we don't like Scions here. And then what you're going to do is just stay here. Now, what I would try and do is, if you can, there's 3 turrets. One there. If you can get it. If you can't, that's really not a problem right now. So our main issue is dealing with all the ads that are going to come in. And again, it's trying to stay to the back of the room. We've got an escape point to the left of us. We've also got these here. So if you just need to cower behind these for a little bit, there's nothing wrong with that, guys. Remember. And watch enemies trying to flank you at all times. Just try to keep moving. Don't be a stationary target for them. Scions hurt. We've got to go and cover a little bit. Might as well get our scout out now. Just fire at these. Just compose ourselves again. So you've got this room and then the boss room. But they are really difficult in my opinion. Might as well get the volatile rounds proccing. And that side. So what we'll do is we'll get osteo on them. Get that tick damage moving. There we go. Just going to keep moving around. And then what we're going to do is quickly get that turret down if we can. Get that turret down if we can. I do want to kind of try and work on these Scions because look, they're going to try and flank me. We'll get Mr. Machete down first. Come on. I did not notice there was a shield just outside this door. So what we'll do is we'll take that down. Just keep moving. Season rank 73. Gonna take these down. You are gonna get more enemies to spawn, look. But take them down as quick as you can. Keep an eye on to the right of you though, you don't want to get flanked. And there we go. Oh, is there one more? Yeah, there's one more. That's cool. Oh no, there's a load more. See, look, they just keep spawning in. we're just going to give ourselves a bit of space here. And throw a shackle grenade. I'm having to concentrate, guys, because this is really quite difficult. So if I'm not talking as much, I do apologise, but just watch what I'm doing, okay? Any opportunity I can finish them, I will. And remember, even if you're playing Titan or Warlock, you do have them fragments where finishers will make you go invisible. So I just recommend using them because they just do help you out so much. Anyway, let's get you down, mate. Deal with that Scion next to him. We've got plenty of time. No need to rush. You can have another one. You're not getting your barriers back up because we don't have a barrier weapon, which is cool. This is what Strand's for. So straight up into the boss room now. Now, what I'm going to suggest is you can have 2 unstoppables, but as soon as you do a bit of damage on them unstoppables, the enemies come out. So what we're going to do is make sure everything's reloaded. Okay. Got a load of heavy rounds because we've not used our heavy at all. So what I want to do is try and bait these unstops in, and you're going to get enemies coming out of that door, that door, that door, all these doors. But you know what? We don't even know where they are. Where are they? Hello. So we're going to deal with him as quick as we can, and we're going to get ready to activate our super. I don't know what I was doing there. Look at them, all around us. And that's what you've got to do sometimes. And then it's all about just getting the enemies down, finishing them. Look, they can't see you. Get yourself back to where the entrance was when you come down. And then we're just going to fire away again. Osteo is going to be a good friend of ours here. Make sure we've got no enemies coming to the side of you or anything. Right, here we go. You're finishable. And you're finishable. There you go. Now I can just rest easy for what? 13 seconds, because we've got that fragment, I believe, that gives us increased invisibility. And that just, when we got our health back. I'm going invisible again. Look, now I've got 8 seconds to just get my health back, compose myself. This is what it's all about, guys. Slowing your brain down, just keeping to the back of this room. Don't stay still. I know it's hard to just try and cower in a corner. I used to be guilty of that. But when you look at the top players play, they've got their points. They know where they're standing. And this is how you deal with the area. Always looking at what's around you. Look, I've got more enemies coming now. But you literally just get more enemies spawning. It is really hard to manage, especially if you panic. Try not to panic, please. Just keep moving. If you're a hunter, Assassin's Cow's your best friend. Warlocks, I would actually probably run Well of Radiance, because that's a pretty clutch super. And trust me, Osteo is so good. If you need to get a shackle grenade, you're absolutely cool to do so. Just going to get rid of these shields because they can be a bit of a pain in the bum. So what we're going to do is now approach the boss, but trust me when I say, get his health down a little bit, and more enemies will spawn as usual. So we're just going to tuck around here so we can't really hurt us. And we got our super back as well. You will get your super back because of how dense or saturated it is, shall I say. As soon as more enemies come, which they've not yet, which we're fine, do a little bit of damage, and now you're going to get more enemies. Here they are, all coming out of the woodwork now. Deal with the wall beast straight away, because they will jump you, nibble at you, and next thing you know, you've got no ankles left, and your flawless has gone. As soon as you've done your flawless, what I would recommend is, if you don't get a exotic, just take your flawless, take your triumph, frame it, and never touch this lost sector again until something happens or you're like level 1900. Not getting too greedy. And here we go. I do not care, because you will get overwhelmed. I promise you, you will. So we've got to come around here. Hello. Just take what we can. Boss is there. Ain't touching him at all. Right. Now we're dealing with these enemies around here. We're not leaving these alone, because more are going to spawn. Remember, you have suspend if you're running Strand. I've got to recoup now. I'm going invis, get myself out of there. Don't want to panic. Do not want to panic. I quickly stood in that spot, didn't I, for like a few seconds. I didn't stay there hoping that no one's going to get me, because a grenade will get you and that will end your run. So close to being... You're so close to getting there, guys. Don't care. I'll throw one of these. Right. Where are you? Mate, more enemies. You love it in here, don't you? More dogs. More enemies. More dogs. Just going to take a time to reload quickly. Beauty of Invis, eh, guys? There we go. Me and you now, buddy. See, look, that's me going pretty hard. 14 minutes. Job done. Just under 14 minutes. Crazy, crazy. But we done it though, guys. And there you go. We've got a Capri Sting for our troubles. Now, if you have enjoyed this, please hit the thumbs up. It helps me out massively. I am sorry that it really wasn't a casual run, but it's just not possible. And as always, if I've tickled your fancy, maybe subscribe. But take care, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.